It's Week 4 of the National Football League. All eyes are on Cooper Kupp. Terrific last week, racking up the receiving yards and reaching the end zone. It's the Rams and the 49ers on Monday night.
It is a part of the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up here in the booth. And Charles, for fans of defensive football, I don't think it gets any better than this. We get to see the league's best and second best defenses square off in a game where points probably figure to be at a premium.
But hits won't be at a premium, will they? Because these two units, they dole them out. And if each of them has their way, we'll take a 0-0 game into overtime, partner. Very rare to see either one of these defenses slip up more than a couple of times in a game. So when there's a mistake, if you're the opposing offense, you better take advantage and capitalize, because you won't get many shots at the end zone, many shots at kicking field goals. This is going to be a fun one.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here comes Matthew Stafford leading the Rams offense out there. Well, just as he did last season when he captured his first and the Rams' second Super Bowl title.
Matthew Stafford's first season in Los Angeles could not have gone better, as he proved to be the missing piece that brought the Rams a Lombardi trophy. It was a very well-deserved moment for the 13th-year pro, who was 12th all-time in yards and touchdowns, but had never experienced a postseason victory before that season. Now, you just call him a Super Bowl champion, and boy did he embrace the Rams offense from the start, with almost 5,000 yards and 41 touchdowns in 2021.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's got this down to the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll run on first down with Akers. And a solid run down inside the 30. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Now here's Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 15 carries, 62 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
To throw, it's Lance. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them, but I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st.
Jefferson really grew into the deep threat LA needed as it ramped up its passing attack, averaging a cool 16 yards per catch. One of the best marks in the league and helping the Rams earn a ring. Back at it again in 2022, picking up a 1st down with a big play.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And a throw there going to be incomplete. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And on the 1st drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves, and now the...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give up the middle to Akers. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Now it's Stafford. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
4th down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. Gay's kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Lance to throw it. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The Niners at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll go option to the short side. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Nothing our score after 1. The 49ers. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, Lance. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Lance going to try and throw on third down here.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Stafford on first down. Open man right side is Kupp, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
Good footwork at the 30. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. To throw is Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Niners set to take over on offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing on 2nd and 3, Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Here's Lance. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Lance. They're able to complete this one to McLeod. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he is going to have the 49ers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, they started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. His throw incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. But that is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll wind up as a loss on the play. So now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Well, This offense and Elijah Mitchell coming back onto the field now.
He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Lance. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
On the give, this is Akers.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Elijah Mitchell ready to get back to work with the rest of the 49er offense.
They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And this one is no good. He missed it.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The final shot before the break, Stafford. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Niners, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay.